Welcome to my channel, Top Old Coins History. If you're passionate about rare coins, ancient treasures, and fascinating stories from the past, you're in the right place. Watch this video till the end for amazing insights into the world of old coins. So let's get started. The 2007 United Kingdom 5 pence coin, bearing the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, 2007 5 pence, is a fascinating piece of modern British currency that reflects both the historical continuity of the monarchy and the practical evolution of the nation's coinage. On the obverse side, the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank-Broadley, which had been in circulation since 1998. His depiction is characterized by a more realistic and less idealized likeness of the Queen, compared to earlier effigies, with notable attention to detail in her facial features, hair, and the prominent tiara, the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Surrounding the portrait are the Latin inscriptions, Elizabeth II de Reg FD, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The date 2007 indicates the year of minting. This formula of abbreviated Latin titles has been a long-standing tradition on British coinage, linking back to centuries of royal representation. The reverse of the coin at that time still bore the traditional heraldic, designed by Christopher Ironside, which was first introduced in 1971, when decimal coinage was adopted in the United Kingdom. It depicts the crown badge of Scotland, consisting of a thistle encircled by a royal diadem, an emblem of Scotland's place within the United Kingdom. This design was used consistently on the 5 pence piece, until the Royal Mint introduced Matthew Dent's new Royal Shield series in 2008. Thus, the 2007 issue represents one of the final years of the long-standing heraldic reverse, making it historically significant as a pre-reverse redesign coin. The 2007 5 pence coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, a composition used since the coin's introduction, though later issues would transition to nickel-plated steel as part of cost-saving measures by the Royal Mint. The coin is relatively small and lightweight, with a diameter of 18.0 millimeters and a weight of 325 grams, having been reduced in size from its original large format in 1990. Its milled edge provides both a tactile grip and a deterrent against counterfeiting. In terms of circulation, this coin was a common denomination used in everyday transactions, equivalent to 1/20th of a pound sterling, and frequently encountered in change across the UK. Although not rare in general circulation, coins from this period are increasingly of interest to collectors, especially as they mark the later years of Elizabeth II's reign before significant changes to coinage, design and composition occurred. Uncirculated examples or proof issues produced by the Royal Mint in presentation sets from 2007 carry added numismatic value. Overall, the 2007 5 pence coin stands as a representative of British currency during the first decade of the 21st century, embodying the enduring monarchy, national symbolism, and the practical realities of coinage in modern times. It links the traditional heraldry of Ironside's design with the approaching changes of the Shield series, while maintaining the dignity of Queen Elizabeth II's reign through its inscriptions and portraiture. Would you like me to also prepare a short YouTube-style title, description, and hashtags for this coin to match the style of your old gold coins channel? The 2014 United Kingdom 5 pence coin, bearing the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, 2014 5 pence, is a notable circulation piece from the second decade of the 21st century, representing the continuity of Britain's monetary system and the enduring reign of Queen Elizabeth II. On the obverse, this coin features the fourth definitive portrait of the Queen, sculpted by Ian Rank-Broadley, which had been in use from 1998 until 2015. Rank-Broadley's design is characterized by its realistic and less romanticized portrayal of the monarch, differing from the more idealized images of her youth that appeared on earlier coins. In this portrait, Elizabeth II is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most recognizable royal jewels. The detail emphasizes her age with a dignified realism, reflecting her role as a stable, long-reigning figure during the modern era. The surrounding Latin inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, an abbreviation for Elizabeth II de Gracia Regina Fidei Defensor, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Below, the date 2014 indicates the year of minting, linking the coin to its specific point in the timeline of her reign. The reverse design of the 2014 5 pence coin belongs to the Royal Shield series, introduced in 2008 after the retirement of Christopher Ironside's heraldic thistle design. This modernized reverse was created by graphic designer Matthew Dent, who won a public competition with his bold idea of fragmenting the royal coat of arms across the smaller denominations of British coinage. Each coin from 1p through 50p carries a portion of the shield, and when arranged together, the complete heraldic device of the United Kingdom can be seen. On the 5p coin, the design shows the central meeting point of the shield's quadrants, symbolizing unity and continuity between the four nations: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This design is widely praised for balancing modern creativity with centuries-old heraldic tradition, making the 2014 issue part of a groundbreaking era in British coinage design. By 2014, the composition of the 5p coin had already shifted from the traditional copper-nickel alloy to nickel-plated steel, a change introduced in 2011 to reduce minting costs and adapt to rising metal prices. This gave the coins a silvery white sheen and magnetic properties, distinguishing them from earlier issues. The coin measures 18.0 millimeters in diameter, weighs 3.25 grams, and features a milled edge, both for grip and to discourage counterfeiting. These dimensions and characteristics had been standard since 1990, when the coin was reduced in size from its original, larger format introduced in 1968. The 2014 5p was a standard circulation issue, struck in large quantities to meet public demand, representing 1/20th of a pound sterling. While common in circulation, uncirculated examples or specially produced proof versions included in Royal Mint annual sets are of higher interest to collectors, especially those building complete collections of decimal coinage by year and portrait type. This particular coin is historically interesting because it comes from the final years of the Rank-Broadley portrait, which was replaced just 1 year later by Jody Clark's effigy in 2015. Thus, the 2014 issue represents a closing chapter of one design era, bridging the transition between two distinct portrait series of Queen Elizabeth II. Overall, the 2014 5p coin encapsulates the balance between tradition and innovation in British numismatics. Its obverse continues the centuries-long tradition of monarch portraits with Latin inscriptions, while its reverse demonstrates modern design thinking through the Shield series. As such, it stands as more than just a small coin of everyday commerce. It is a piece of historical continuity, symbolizing national identity, the longevity of Elizabeth II's reign, and the ever-evolving artistry of British currency. Would you like me to prepare a YouTube-ready title, description, and hashtags for this 2014 5p coin, just like I've been drafting for your old gold coins videos? The 2016 United Kingdom 5p coin, inscribed with Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2016 5p, is a small yet historically significant piece of modern British coinage, reflecting both the traditions of monarchy and the evolution of design in the decimal currency system. On the obverse, the coin bears the fifth and final definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Jody Clark, which was introduced in 2015. This portrait replaced the earlier Ian Rank-Broadley effigy that had been in use since 1998. Clark's depiction presents the Queen in an elegant and dignified manner, wearing the royal diamond diadem, famously worn for the state opening of Parliament. The level of detail in this portrait is remarkable, particularly in the texture of her hair and the diadem's jewels, marking it as the first definitive coin portrait of the Queen to be designed entirely using computer-aided design CAD technology. Surrounding the portrait are the traditional Latin inscriptions, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, which expands to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God Queen, Defender of the Faith, a centuries-old formula of sovereignty on British coinage. The date 2016 sits just below the monarch's likeness, denoting the year of issue. The reverse side of the 2016 5p coin features the royal shield, designed by Matthew Dent, which had been introduced in 2008 as part of a major redesign of UK coinage. Dent's innovative approach divided the royal arms into sections, with each denomination from 1p to 50p, featuring a fragment of the shield, while the complete shield could be formed by arranging all the coins together. On the 5p coin, the design depicts the center part of the royal shield, specifically highlighting the point where the four quadrants meet, symbolizing the unity of the nations of the United Kingdom: England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. This design was chosen after a public competition and is praised for its modern look while retaining deep historical symbolism, seamlessly combining national identity with contemporary artistry. By 2016, The 5 pence coin was no longer made from the earlier copper-nickel alloy, but instead struck from nickel-plated steel, a change implemented by the Royal Mint in 2011 as a cost-saving measure. This composition gives the coin a bright silvery appearance, though it is also magnetic, a practical characteristic that distinguishes it from older issues. The coin's size and weight remained standardized since the 1990 reduction. In size, 18.0 millimeters in diameter and weighing 325 grams, with a milled edge for both aesthetic and functional purposes. The 2016 5 pence was a regular circulation coin, widely encountered in everyday transactions across the United Kingdom and representing 1/20 of a pound sterling. While millions were produced for circulation, examples in pristine, uncirculated condition or those included in royal, mint-proof sets carry additional collector interest. It also forms part of the broader numismatic narrative of Queen Elizabeth's reign, as the 5th portrait coins represent the final definitive effigy used before her passing in 2022, making them historically meaningful to collectors and historians alike. In the broader context, the 2016 issue highlights the blending of tradition and modernity in British coinage, a centuries-old Latin royal inscription and heraldic symbolism paired with 21st century design technology and updated materials. It remains a small but significant reminder of the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, the continuing role of national identity in coinage, and the constant evolution of currency to meet both artistic and practical needs. Would you like me to also create a ready-to-use YouTube title, description, and hashtags for this coin, like I did for other coins on your Old Gold Coins channel?